Hello, welcome to Twin Flame Tuesday. Just a reminder that right now when you order a Twin Flame reading from me, you'll not only get more cards than I'll pull here, but you'll also get a Opalite figurine, which represents, the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And it will, sit here for your reading, and then I'll send it to you so it'll have the energy of your reading with you. So let's begin. If you're new here, I start off with the divine masculine side, then I do the divine feminine, and then I do the shared energy, and the spread forms an infinity symbol. So let's begin. Spirit, what do we have for this divine masculine, for whatever collective you want me to read for today? Thank you for this divine masculine and this journey, God. What do you want to say about this divine masculine? Oof. Starting out with death and clarified by the sun. Wow, that's really powerful. So they've possibly put an ending to something because they know where their happiness lies. Whether that's, a relationship or a job situation that they weren't feeling fulfilled by, they had enough of. But even more abstractly, it could also just be saying, that this divine masculine is trying to change themselves because they just want to be happy, right? They don't want to feel sick and tired anymore, sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? So they're making changes, which is great. The Ten of Wands reverse, clarified by the Ace of Wands. Yeah, they're trying to let go of any unnecessary stresses and burdens in their life right now. They're letting go of anything that is not, if things aren't going anywhere with connections, jobs, hobbies, whatever. They're just ready to let those things go instead of clinging to them, hoping that they'll turn out even better, That was the Two of Pentacles reverse that came out there. So yeah, they don't want to juggle things anymore. We got the Six of Wands, clarified by the High Priestess reverse. Okay, so I feel, this divine masculine doesn't realize how close they are to the success that they've been seeking. It's like they've been looking for victory in something. Again, whether that's relationships or in their career. But maybe even, with the High Priestess reverse clarifying it, I'm getting more of a sense that, they feel like the success and victories that they desire for their own life is out of reach, that it's just something that's never going to happen for them. Let's see. Oh, also, not only do I have the Opalite figurines for the Twin Flame readings, you can go on my website, thebellanosis.com, and I also have these awesome sun, moon, labradorite crystal carvings that you can get. They're also a great representation of the twins with the yin and yang energy in one. Great manifesting tool. But yeah, so they possibly are feeling a little like they just don't see themselves having what they want, even though they feel they deserve it. I'm also hearing now that they really need to take the time to actually really sit and think about exactly what they want their life to look like, so that they don't just hop to and fro, like trying different things in order to try and achieve that, right? They need to get clear about what they want. We have the moon here clarified by the Five of Swords. What I'm getting from this is, you know, the moon is about illusions and insecurities, the things we can't see. It's also very emotional, very intuitive. The moon is when things kind of come to the surface. And what I'm feeling here with the Five of Swords, that this divine masculine is possibly starting to recognize their own patterns a little bit, how they care so much about being in control, winning no matter what the cost, no matter who they hurt. They always have to be the one in control. I'm picking up like an energy of, I think they're realizing the ways in which they possibly have sabotaged themselves from out of this happiness by always kind of cutting people off and out of their life, like on a whim, because they never want to lose that sense of control. And so it's like they're recognizing how they want what they want, but they get in their own way. I'm also, with this, I'm hearing the name Tom. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Tom, possibly. A divine masculine named Tom. We got the Ten of Pentacles and Justice, clarified by the Four of Wands. Wow. So, you know, the Ten of Pentacles in the traditional Rider-Waite is about having all the material wealth. The material abundance, the nice house, the nice car, the parties, the you know, all the material things that you could want, like the really sort of fun life, right? But in this deck, in the Grand Lux Tarot, it's always more showing an energy of savings, putting money away and having savings. So, you know, and it came out with Justice. So I feel if there was a financial loss, that this divine masculine took a financial hit because of, you know, even if it was karmic justice for their behavior, I think because they're starting to recognize the error of their ways and start to make, you know, changes to work on becoming the best version of themselves and breaking these habits and these patterns, you know, that karmic justice will now serve them in basically repaying them in the abundance that they weren't getting before. Like, they're finally going to get that abundance that they were wanting. They just needed to, you know, get rid of that toxicity within them that ultimately, in a quantum physics way, you know, was repelling that abundance. You know, and it's clarified by the Four of Wands here. So, you know, that's a marriage card, a celebration card, but it's also a card of stability and foundations, right? So they're going to have, I think, a new sense of stability, which is going to create sort of more excitement in them you know, excitement to see what's next, where it's going to go. And I think it's really going to put divine feminine back in the forefront of their mind, because they're going to be thinking, who do I want to share this stability and abundance with? Divine feminine, of course, right? Let's see, one more for divine masculine, please. Thank you. Nine of Swords, clarified by the Ace of Pentacles reverse. So, let me see what's on the bottom of the deck here. Four of Pentacles reverse on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, exactly. Well, the Four of Pentacles reverse, before I get into this, it really clarifies here. Like, they have control issues. They need to learn how to not be so guarded and reserved and suspicious. They need to learn how to, and that's what they're doing, learning how to let go of control and trust a little more. Trust in spirit, trust in divine feminine, trust in the people who have always been there for you and always proven their loyalty to you, to divine masculine, of course. And learning that having such tight grip on things, so much control over things, gets them nowhere in their end. There's nowhere in the end. They still don't have what they want. All of that control did nothing but push people away and cost you, you know, connections and this connection. With the Nine of Swords, clarified by the Ace of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, okay, so it's like going back and forth here. Like we saw that it's like saying, you know, they're stressing out about not having an opportunity, not working out, not having the finances they want or need, and stressing about just not having enough, and wondering if they'll ever have enough and be enough. Possibly worrying too that you know, divine feminine won't take them back, whether because they don't have enough or because, you know, this abundance that's coming in, like, it's just maybe too late, right? I want to, Spirit, is there anything else about this Nine of Swords? Oops. Okay, yeah. We got the Knight of Wands and Strength reverse. So, yeah, I think divine masculine is worried about coming forward and offering anything to divine feminine. Okay, that makes sense. Like I was saying here with this Four of Wands, right? That once he gets the stability and is feeling good again and feeling like things are finally working out for divine masculine, that he's going to want to then share that with divine feminine. But he's worried about, again, is that going to be too late? Has it taken too long? And because, again, of his sabotaging, self-sabotaging ways of the past, you know, divine masculine is very much aware that divine feminine sees him as, you know, the player that's in and out. And divine masculine is worried that divine feminine sees him as a bit of a coward because of his actions, and possibly his words and actions haven't matched up at all to this point, right? And so he's, I think, a little bit worried about approaching divine feminine, or will be, once this abundance comes in. However, I feel like that could just be what divine masculine is thinking now, but I think when this abundance and this karmic justice, you know, happens and he's feeling good again, I don't think he'll actually be worried about it at that point. Like when the moment is finally right, you know, like it won't be a worry for him anymore. So, okay, in the bottom of the deck now, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So, yes, you know, investments and sowing seeds and harvest, you know, that's just it. All these, like I was saying, all these years, Divine Masculine was possibly in such an energy of wanting to be in control no matter what the cost, no matter who had to be cut off, that it was sowing those bad seeds, right? And this is the fruit of it, him, Divine Masculine, not having the happiness and abundance that he's been seeking. So now it's time for Divine Masculine to, as he's doing, start planting new seeds. And that begins with digging up the old seeds and recognizing them for what they are, so he doesn't fall back into those patterns, right? So, okay. Now we will get into the Divine Feminine for this collective. Spirit, what do we have? All these crystals. For the Divine Feminine to this Divine Masculine. Thank you for this Divine Feminine. What do we have for her? I'm going to do more shuffle because I was playing with these cards last night on the beach. So I just want to make sure they're cleared. Right, what do we have for this Divine Feminine, please? We got the Moon. So, all right, they both got the Moon. Clarified by the Seven of Wands. Benji, sorry, excuse me. Benji, I'm trying to make a video. Okay, well, try to be quiet, please. Thank you. You got hurt? Are you okay?
My heart beats fast.
Yeah, it scared you? Yeah. I'm sorry. You okay?
It went too fast this time. Every time when it goes too fast this time, then my neck hurts a little.
You okay?
Because then when it's quick, when it gets slower and slower, I can really feel it. Because when that never happened to me before, only just like fast, but now this time it went too fast.
Okay, be careful, honey. Let me finish my video, okay?
Okay.
So, sorry about that. With the Moon and the Seven of Wands, what's being revealed, it's fascinating, as we had the Moon clarified by the Five of Swords for Divine Masculine, showing that he's being made aware of, you know, his patterns that have sabotaged him. And so we have kind of the same thing here, like right off the bat, the Divine Feminine is also being shown of her patterns that have gotten in the way of this connection, her happiness, her abundance, everything, right? And so with it being the Seven of Wands, I think it's feeling like an energy of needing to protect herself. She feels the need to, like, possibly that's why she maybe doesn't take risks or do the things that she really wants to do, because her subconscious is always trying to protect her and trying to keep her feeling safe, right? So it's like whenever there's I feel whenever she has like an idea of something she really wants to do, say, you know, start exercising or something, she kind of stops before she even starts. She shuts it out. She shuts it down in her mind, because she's trying to protect herself, and that includes protecting ourselves from change, right? And that's what our subconscious is wired to do, which the moon is all about the subconscious. Our brains are wired to want to keep us safe, and the way it does that is by keeping us in what's familiar to us, even if what's familiar to us is what's ruining our lives and making things awful. So I feel she's really, this divine feminine, which would make sense, she's mirroring the masculine, is really sitting with her own negative patterns, negative thoughts, really trying to dissect her thoughts and beliefs, you know, questioning how and why she got here to this place. And really trying to become okay with the, like, sitting with being okay with growth. I feel like growth really scares this divine feminine, and so I feel she's going to kind of try and like lay that fear down and let the growth take over. Got Five of Pentacles reverse, clarified by the Eight of Wands reverse. So Five of Pentacles reverse, that's great, you know, letting go of that chaser energy, that letting go of that, the energy of lack and scarcity, not having enough, not being enough. If this divine feminine has been feeling or has felt very unworthy her whole life, very rejected, you know, the Eight of Wands reversed is blocked, a blocked energy, right? So I think back to this moon, it's another thing divine feminine is recognizing, that her sense of self-worth and feeling not enough, just like divine masculine, feeling rejected and like lowest tier, unwanted, unworthy, all of that is what's been, you know, blocking, again, her own growth, blocking her, blocking this connection, blocking everything. Just like, again, with divine masculine, they're both realizing that their fears and insecurities are what's been kind of screwing up this connection and the abundance that they feel they should have had by now. What else for this divine feminine, please? Thank you. We got Seven of Pentacles, clarified by the Sun reverse. Yeah, so, you know, again, the Seven of Pentacles, a card of, you know, having waited a long time to see the fruits of things and possibly being disappointed, especially with the Sun, clarified by the Sun reverse. Again, I think the divine feminine is feeling the same way as divine masculine, that they should be a lot further along right now in their lives, that they've invested so much time and energy and effort into things just for it not to be where they want in life. And, you know, it makes her, again, feel unworthy and not good enough. So, really, both of these twins are heavily in an energy of self-reflection. And really, finally, taking a good hard look at their thoughts and their beliefs. Um, is there anything else, Spirit, about this Seven of Pentacles and the Sun reverse? Again, yeah, I just feel it's, you know, Divine Feminine is dealing with, and it's probably what's causing her to look at, you know, her subconscious closely, is just so much disappointment despite all of her effort in life, you know, to feel very behind. Six of Cups reverse. So yeah, again, it's thinking on the past and how it's not letting go of how things haven't worked out in the past. And what Divine Feminine really needs then is that perspective shift of seeing it as like, even though things didn't go the way she wanted, they went the way they had to happen. Whether that's a reason we'll know in this lifetime or after, in the hereafter, right? So, and I think too, she's looking back at how much she has over-invested in things in the past, connections in the past, work situations, school, whatever, and how all of those things, that over-investment always left her feeling miserable, very unhappy, very hopeless. Anything else? Let's see. We've got the Six of Pentacles reverse, clarified by the Page of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, okay, so Divine Feminine is really learning her lesson here. Like I was just saying, she's learning to no longer give to situations, people, connections, jobs, whatever, that aren't pouring back equally to her. So that's in her awareness now moving forward, that if she starts a new job starts a new job and it's not going like they said it would, she knows not to continue investing in it, hoping it'll change. Same with connections, whether it's with Divine Masculine or other suitors or friendships even, that if it's not giving anything back to her, let alone nowhere near as much as she's giving, that doesn't mean continue investing time and energy and love and care and money, whatever, into that situation. So, you know, Divine Feminine is really learning, like, to stop overgiving, because overgiving like to Divine Masculine, for instance, won't make him change and love you more. It just pushes them away more, right? Because it's more self-abandonment. So I think this is a really huge lesson that's being integrated for Divine Feminine right now. Thank you. We got the Knight of Pentacles, clarified by the Ten of Swords. Okay, so that again is feeling like things aren't moving, things are stuck. She's possibly still feeling very down and brokenhearted. Possibly with this Divine Masculine, like if Divine Masculine has betrayed Divine Feminine recently, it really has her in the energy, again, because of what she's learned about overgiving and everything. I think Divine Feminine a little bit is blaming herself for this connection taking so long, not really going anywhere, being stuck. always moving slowly in the wrong direction. But again, I feel divine masculine, if in contact, divine masculine has betrayed divine feminine again, or if they're not in contact, then I feel divine feminine has been betrayed recently by somebody. And I think she feels it's really slowing her progress. Is there anything else about this? Knight of Pentacles reverse and Ten of Swords, please. Nope, too many. Thank you. Queen of Swords. The truth about something. What else, Spirit? Clarify this for me, please. Five of Wands. Okay. So it's okay, yeah, like I was saying, I think divine feminine has recently been betrayed, and it's made her feel like all of this progress she's been making has been significantly slowed up. Possibly feels like it's been like all her progress has been undone, right? And it's making, you know, it's putting divine feminine in this more, that Queen of Swords energy of where more cold, emotionally detached, very discerning and straightforward. So really, I feel it's just helping her discernment. It's just sharpening the discernment within divine feminine. It's like, because here we have the Five of Wands as well. So I feel like she's just even more able to see through and cut through any bullshit that presents itself to her, whether it's from divine masculine or anything else. So even though from her perspective, from divine feminine's perspective, it may feel like you've lost your progress, or your progress has been undone, but actually your discernment has been sharpened, and it's like being shown to you like that you're just able to more clearly see through people's bullshit and lies and dramas, you know. You're willing to hear people out, but they don't know that you already know the truth. So even if they try to hide things from you, well, you can't be deceived anymore. So again, even though it seems like you've lost a lot of progress, you're actually getting stronger and wiser. All right, one more for, what else for divine feminine? Thank you. Page of Cups reverse, clarified by the Fool. Interesting. Page of Cups reverse to me is like an emotional immaturity. Also, you know what? What I'm getting with this, with the Page of Cups reverse, clarified by the Fool, I think divine feminine is really realizing that when somebody betrays her, when somebody betrays your divine feminine, I'm assuming I'm talking to a divine feminine, you don't have to I mean, they say you have to forgive, right? You don't you don't have to make up. You don't have to make amends. You don't have to act like it's okay and repair the friendship or connection or whatever, or if it's a job, you know, just accept whatever they did to you and carry on and keep working your ass off for them, type of thing. You're freeing yourself from those chains of feeling like you need to always take somebody back if they come back to you after they've betrayed you once, twice, a million times. You don't have to take them back. You don't have to. You can forgive them, yes, of course, for your own sanity, for your own healing, but you don't have to make amends. You don't have to talk to them again. You can block them and shut them out forever if you want. Like, that's how you'll be free, like the Fool. Free to start anew is by realizing you don't have to put up with this shit from anybody or anything. That you don't have to just continually allow these bad things from bad people to always, happen to you. That you can wish them well and move on, and start anew. And you'll feel a lot lighter. So, wait, I already pulled for Divine Feminine. So, that's huge. That's a lot of lessons that Divine Feminine then is also integrating into her life right now. Recognizing her own patterns, her issues with self-worth and lack mentality and rejection and not feeling good enough, feeling like she's invested so much for nothing, that nothing in the past has worked out, but then to learn that, not to keep giving to situations that aren't giving to you, and learning to see through the bullshit more clearly, and that you don't have to always make amends with somebody just because they may want to, and you feel like that would make you the bigger person, right? You don't have to. You can start a new chapter in your life without these people. All right, so now we'll do the shared energy. Spirit, what do we have for the shared energy? Although we already see a lot of mirroring going on with these twins. What do we have for the shared, too many. Shared energy for this twin flame collective here. Four of Wands, clarified by Death Reverse. So, I mean, Death Reverse usually means like resisting change and all that, but I don't feel that's the case here. With here, I feel it's talking about that inner death, that inner transformation that both of them are going through right now, really recognizing their negative patterns and recognizing what they can learn from those things and their experiences, and gaining greater stability, right? So they're both going through a lot of inner transformation, and it on the outside in their external world is, like we said with Divine Masculine here, it's creating new foundations in their life, so they can have a greater sense of stability no matter what happens in their, you know, circumstances. They are building a more fruitful foundation for their life. A foundation of peace and calm, and just their faith in themselves and spirit is just more solid. That was Ace of Pentacles, but I didn't. There we go. Seven of Swords reverse, clarified by Strength. So again, yeah, they're both looking at the ways in which they've deceived themselves or sabotaged themselves, their self-worth. You know, the Seven of Swords reverse is about like imposter syndrome, right? And we were saying that, like, not feeling worthy of the things they've actually been wanting and desiring. And I feel, even though the Strength's a clarifying card, what I was just hearing was they're possibly also looking at their own sense of confidence and wondering, is it genuine confidence or is it a front? And then figuring, like, where does the genuine confidence really come from, and how can I muster and build true strength and confidence. And I think they're realizing it's by, you know, being true to themselves, like we were saying with Divine Feminine, you know, not doing things because she's like afraid, so she, you know, doesn't start doing them. And that's more self-abandonment, right? But it's by actually doing those things that we want to do that builds strength and confidence within us. So, okay, so they're both going through a hell of a lot of you know, transformation internally and creating new foundations for themselves. They're working on their confidence, their self-worth, and, you know, with the Seven of Swords, even though it's reversed, even upright, you know, it's about being strategic, right? So again, thinking about what they've learned from all these experiences in the past and how, you know, maybe they are genuinely confident and strong, right? And realizing that all these situations have made them very strong and confident and wise, and I want to say more at peace than they realize. All right. Lastly, we've got the Eight of Swords reverse, clarified by the Magician reverse. So, you know, the Eight of Swords reverse is freeing yourself from, you know, from beliefs that you're stuck. Freeing yourself from anything that holds you back, which we really see is exactly what's going on with the two of them. They are freeing themselves from their subconscious patterning and conditioning, because they don't want these negative beliefs and patterns to create their negative realities anymore. So they're really taking back control of their lives. Like, this is huge. That they're both really doing what needs to be done to become into union, whether they're aware of that or not. All right, so now I'll finish up with a card for the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. This is from my Divine Romance Oracle deck. If you were to order a twin flame reading, you know, not only do you get the Opalite statue, But I would actually pull more oracle cards. I would pull probably like 2 more oracle cards on top of the 2 from this deck, just so you know. But in the interest of time, I'll just do these for now. Let's see, Spirit. May I please have a Divine Masculine, a message from Divine Masculine's higher self and a message from Divine Feminine's higher self, please? Thank you. Oh, wow. Okay. So, okay, so first we have this card here. This is card number 18. It's Divine Feminine saying, night after night, I'm tossing and turning on my bed of travail. Although, I mean, I guess it could be both here. Why did I let him go from me? How my heart now aches for him, but now he is nowhere to be found. So I must rise in search of him, looking throughout the city, seeking until I find him. Even if I have to roam through every street, nothing will keep me from my search. Where is he, my soul's true love? He is nowhere to be found. Then I encountered the overseers as they encircled the city. So I asked them, have you found him, my heart's true love? Just as I moved past them, I encountered him. I found the one I adore. I caught him and fastened myself to him, refusing to be feeble in my heart again. Now I'll bring him back to the temple within where I was given new birth, into my innermost parts, the place of my conceiving. So this card really represents like when Divine Feminine is like, you know, super heartbroken over separation with Divine Masculine, right? And that's what this card represents. Like she's, you know, lying like bloody on the ground, and then all of this is really perfect. What we have here is all of her negative thoughts and feelings growing into this tree, this black tree, representing that, again, our thoughts and our feelings, our beliefs grow from seeds into trees that create our reality, right? But what's fascinating here, and it fits too with, remember how I was saying I was feeling like Divine Feminine might be feeling like it's her fault this connection isn't where it's supposed to be, although everything's in divine timing, right? And it's true, like, you know, because the negative beliefs about herself and everything. But what's fascinating is now I'll bring him back to the temple within where I was given new birth, which, again, with these death cards, both the twins are going through such a rebirth right now, whether they realize it or not. But I mean, how can you not realize it when your entire way of thinking and being and existing in the world begins to change? So you know, and with it, she's saying, I caught him and fastened myself to him, refusing to be feeble in my heart again. Like, she's refusing to, well, it could go either way. Like, being feeble in the heart, like weak in the heart, it could be like she's afraid to seem weak and thus push the masculine away. Or it could be, you know, she's not going to be weak in letting, you know, people take advantage of her or overgive to situations anymore. And that's what'll actually keep Divine Masculine connected to her. But again, so it really just represents, like, I think it's a good representation of, you know, them realizing that their thoughts and beliefs and emotions and everything have created their realities, their dark realities because of their dark beliefs, right? The negative. But then what's fascinating, what we have here is, this is the final card of union in this deck, card number 60. I'll even show you then the back of it. It's the bridegroom and the bride in divine duet. Arise, my darling, come quickly, my beloved. Come and be the graceful gazelle with me. Come be like a dancing deer with me. We will dance in the high place of the sky. Yes, on the mountains of fragrant spice. Forever we shall be united as one. So, again, like I was saying, it's like these two really are doing the work heading towards union, whether they realize it or not, because they're finally looking at themselves and healing their wounds and their beliefs that have caused their life to seem like a never-ending broken record of the same patterns and same experiences that leave them feeling even more, unworthy and not good enough and, what have you. So that's what I have for you. I hope this helps. I hope that really, gives you some hope that union is closer than you think for this collective anyways. And feel free to reach out if you want a personal reading. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye.